Hey, how are you doing? This is Dr. Sanchez, and today I want to talk to you about, are you on the fence about wanting to promote, pivot, or transition? So, what has you feeling as though you're stuck in this decision about whether you want to promote or not? Hmm? You probably know that you wanted to do it for a while, but maybe you're afraid of a few things that are keeping you feeling like you're stuck in this position. Maybe you're afraid about what the market is currently doing, or maybe you're feeling as though um, you don't know if you're going to be able to pivot, transition, or promote successfully. Or maybe you're a high potential woman who, despite your track record for getting results and being able to execute and deliver, still doubt whether or not you have what it takes to be able to make it to the next level. Or maybe you have some good old fashioned fear where you're just deathly afraid of failure or success, or any of those things that you could be afraid of. Well, what I'm going to say right now will probably shock you, but I think it's time that we get down to the real problem. I don't believe it's any of the things that I just shared that is really what's keeping you on the fence about whether or not you want to promote, pivot, or transition. But what I do believe the problem is actually related to is both a lack of clarity and a lack of a clear strategy. Because right now, it probably feels like you're stabbing in the dark. You're not sure what direction to go. You can't see far enough ahead of you to feel as though you're safe when you're making this decision. And maybe even you feel as though because you can't anticipate what's going to happen, that you just rather stay where you are. Well, I want to encourage you, if you're feeling as though you're needing clarity, and that's really what is missing in order to help you to be able to move forward, I'd suggest you do a couple of things that might help resolve that. One of which is, I think you should ask yourself if you're currently adequately positioned. Are you in a role that is amenable to transferring up, lateral, however you need to do in order to be able to get to that next position? And if you're not adequately positioned, you're not in a promotable role, that's okay. At least you know that there's some decisions that you have to make at this level to decide how you're going to get to that next level. The other thing I would encourage you to do is ask yourself, are the criteria for advancement clear? Are they clear cut? Do I know what they are? There's an actual job description. I know how much the position makes. I can see, the levels at which the salary is increased. I know what the minimum qualifications are. I know what the expectations are. HR has a copy of the positions that is on file and it's public. Like, are the criteria formal? Or are the criteria informal? You just know that people promote, there's an available position, but you're not really sure what happens in between somebody being identified as a candidate and how they get there. Because if there's clear criteria or there's informal criteria, that's going to dictate how you're going to go about, like what your strategy is going to be when you're advancing towards promotion. The other thing I think you can ask yourself is, where is it that I ultimately want to go? Where do you want to end up? Is there a certain title that you're focused on? Is there a certain amount of salary you're focused on? Is there a dream job at a particular employer that you're focused on? What is your ultimate goal? Where is it that you want to go, and how are you going to get there? And then last, probably one of the most important things that you can ask yourself is, what is it that I bring to the table right now that will help me make that case for promotion, pivot, or transition compelling? What is it that you bring to the table right now? And that means that you have to really be prepared to take an inventory and assessment of your current skills and your strengths. You also need to be able to identify any gaps that you have in your professional portfolio and determine what skills you need to improve upon or shore up so that you can be considered to be a competitive candidate for that next role. And then once you have that identified, I always suggest that then you focus on 3 to 5 key accomplishments or skills that are transferable, that you really want to tap into, that will help catapult your leap to this next role. or this leap into this next industry, okay? So taking this realistic look at where you're currently at, it's going to tell you absolutely what you need to know about where you want to go. But as long as you remain unclear about the next steps in your career, you're going to feel doubtful about your future. You're going to doubt your ability to succeed in any position that you go into. And you're also going to lack the necessary motivation to move forward, because it's going to feel like, well, if I don't know what they expect of me, I've been working in this position for 10 years, I've never been promoted, or, I don't know what it takes to hop into another industry. I'm working in this one and I want to go over here and I don't know what they need. You're not going to be motivated to do it, right? You're going to try and protect yourself from that rejection or that failure. Or maybe you've tried before and it hasn't resulted in a positive outcome. So you're going to be less than motivated to continue. So what I want to encourage you to do is, I come in at this level. I am that person that is going to help you reconnect with your why. I'm going to help you to get to the point where you feel inspired, where you feel motivated, where you feel connected with wanting to work on developing your skills and the confidence that you need to be able to take that leap. So most importantly, when we work together, I'm going to help equip you with a strategy that will actually help you to get there in a reasonable time and not take years to do. Rather, it'll take weeks. So together, you and I are going to create an influence strategy that will help you to realistically improve your confidence, improve your chances for a successful promotion, even a pivot or transition. And all you have to do is say yes. Yes, you're ready to get started, and then act on it. So let's get started today. Imagine where you could be in your career and in your life in the next 30 to 60 days. This month, I'm offering a chance to coach and train with me for free. I'm having a webinar on September 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it is called Career Confidence: How to Powerfully Position for Promotion, Pivot, or Transition. And you can register for that at Dr. Sanchez CC-webinar-register. So get going. Do what you need to do. Put that strategy into action. Put that motivation into action, and do what is necessary right now to help prepare you for that catapult in your career in the next 30 to 60 days, and register for that webinar. I look forward to seeing you. And if you happen to be watching this on the replay, please drop for me in the comments hashtag replay. I'd also like to know where it is that you're watching from, because I've got so many people that are watching from all over the world. And my name is Dr. Sanchez. I thank you for watching today, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.